Hello and welcome. I have a beer today. It's Sunday, it's time for a bit of a chat, and my friend Mike dropped me around his Sorachi lager. So I thought I'll try it. Yes, I know there's a fair bit of a headspace there. Hopefully, it shouldn't be a problem because he's only just kegged it. I'm guessing there was a fair bit of foam which has died back. As you can see, there's a bit of lace in there on the bottle itself, the neck. So it's probably been well filled, but nice little Ace. This he says is just filled from the keg and then dropped around my house, so shouldn't be any problem with it. Oxygenation and all that because of that space. This is a Sorachi Ace lager. Now he did this using it's been pressure fermented. Looks bloody nice, doesn't it? Good clarity on it. Hey, has dissipated. It's got that smell of a lager. A bit like Stella, almost that funky, skunky smell almost. A touch of. I mean, kind of skunk. This is straight from the keg. So anyway, let's dive in. Ooh, yeah. Let's go in again. Yeah. What can I say? Now, he pressure fermented this with the chubby, I believe it's called. I don't know myself because I don't have a pressure fermenter. Without any use of refrigeration, temperature control. So this is just however. But we've had some hot weather, we've had some cold weather. I don't know when he bottled this. Oh, sorry, when he kegged this. I'm assuming he kegged it a bit back because I'm sure I remember when he messaged that he was going to do this lager and was asking me would the temperature be a problem. So I'm assuming this was done pre the March heat wave that we had, and then it's been kegged since. Clarity wise, it's not too bad, is it? It's pretty good. It's not 100%. It's not. There's a little bit of haze, just a little. But other than that, it's not too bad. It's well carbonated. I don't know if you can see that. It's rushing up the glass there. It's not sitting much. There's obviously nothing like a torrefied wheat in there or anything. It's just, yeah. I don't know what malt I don't know anything more than I'm just told you really. What malt, what yeast or anything. Other than it's got Sorachi Ace in it. I think taste wise, it's bang on. I don't even know what percentage it is. If I had to say, maybe around the 5.5% ish. It's got a good body to it for a lager. Yeah, there is a bit of a mouthfeel to it. So yeah, say 5 to 5.5, maybe 6 at a push. Plus I know Mike likes his beers a bit stronger than most. It's got a nice bitterness, but not a bitterness that's cloying. It's not that back end dry bitterness. It's dry. It's a dry enough lager, so it's a nice lager, I'll be honest. Yeah. It's a slightly sweet start, but it doesn't finish clean, it finishes dry and bitter, but just enough. It's not heavy bitterness, it is well balanced bitterness, just enough to get you, like now, suddenly my mouth feels dry and is ready for another mouthful. Wow. Mike, that is really nice. That is I would say possibly your best beer to date that I've had. Yeah, that's good. That is really good. I really like that, and I want to do a lager pilsner personally myself shortly. So, be interesting to see how I manage. But I'm guessing this is your own recipe, and the Sorachi Ace. Just, I'm not getting pickles. I'll be honest. I'm not getting blue cheese. That's a good thing. But I am getting like a peppery spiciness from it. But yeah, maybe a little touch of, not so much pickle as almost a vinegary bite. Not a vinegary bite, just that, like pickle juice. Just that little bit of bite that's in there. I'm getting that feeling of that. If I had to compare it to a beer, I would say probably Stella. Not so much the because Stella does skunk a bit. There was a slight skunk note I thought initially, but I'm not getting it now. But I would say that note is in there slightly from the Sorachi, almost a slight skunkiness, which it can't be skunked because, as I say, it's straight from the keg in the bottle to my house. Pardon me, dropped off possibly an hour ago when I was out. I've been and picked it up, put it in the freezer for 5 minutes just to chill it down because it was already pretty chilled, but just I did a little warm up. Obviously, sat on the step waiting for me. But yeah, I have to say that's a well made, nice lager. I like that. So, what else do we have to talk about? Well, actually, not a great deal. I got the Sabro Vacant kegged again. That's going down quite nicely. Still have a touch of the course left. It surprised me. I'm at that point where it's like the keg feels empty, but it seems never ending. And I'll every now and then I'll like, ooh, I'll have a glass, try a glass, and I get a full glass, and I'm like, wow, I got another glass out of it. That's amazing. Other than that, no, not brewed. I was looking at trying to do a watermelon sour, but I was looking for watermelon puree, and it's bloody expensive stuff. I was looking at, is it Busan's watermelon puree? I found it for like £10-12, and I was like, for a kilo of this puree, and I was like, wow, that's perfect. I'll get that. And they wanted £12 for delivery, so it was going to come out £22. So I was like, that's the delivery for that is almost as well. It's pretty much the same as me buying it. I look at it. Do I need then? Should I get two? Would it then double that? Anyway, I didn't buy it, so I haven't bought any. So I've kind of put off what to do, and so I'm sat in limbo. So I went through my hops and I had a look, and I found, just see what I still had. Because I am thinking about getting some more hops. Timmy's just got his hops in. If you don't know, he's just got the 2021 hops just come in now. Quite a few, and I'm quite tempted to get them. Citra, I want some Citra. Some Nelson Sauvin. I haven't brewed with Nelson Sauvin, and I want to do the beers that use Nelson Sauvin. I'd like to do a lager with Nelson Sauvin. I do it very dry. Well, I may as well, instead of doing that, I may as well do, we're talking then about doing like a Pilsner with Nelson Sauvin and Amylase. I have to get some proper Amylase at work. Then we're talking a brute, aren't we? We're back to a brute, but using, you see, but I want Nelson Sauvin. I like that gooseberry taste, that almost, wow, this dries so much on your mouth that you really want another one. And it's really nice. I'm seriously not getting any issues with the Sorachi, the cheesy taste, the funky. There is that slight skunkiness. It's very slight, but that you get with certain lagers anyway. But it's nice, and it's very dry. It's really quite dry. Yeah. So I have to, sort that out. Did my first full go with the escape room the other day. That was good. It was a group of 6 girls on a hen weekend, and we obviously there was help given here and there. Because these things aren't easy. They are designed to be nigh on impossible. To see people do it without hints and that, I'd be impressed by it. I really would. So, a couple, these 6 girls did it, finished it, 54 minutes, with the hints when we asked. I mean, when I did it with the family as a practice, to see to get the experience from the other side, we were like, no, don't give us hints. We want to try and do this, and yeah, we failed. We did accept hints here and there, but at the start we were like, pardon me, it's well carbonated, I'll give it that. So I did my first 4. It was good. It was Friday evening, 4 till 5. It was nice. Went smooth as hell. Learned how to reset everything properly. I made copious amounts of notes of what goes where and how to put everything back to how it should be. Because when we did it, I was like, all this stuff everywhere, stuff. This, trying to work out everything, and then at the end you just go, wow, it looks like a 14-year-old girl's fucking bedroom, just stuff everywhere. But reset it. That took 15 minutes, but my mate, he's been doing it for long enough, He's just like this goes over, blah blah blah. It took us 15 minutes, and that was with him slowing down to tell me. So yeah, what's the combination on that lock there? Where's that lock go? Yeah, what goes in that box? Yeah, what goes in that one? Yeah, what's that? Things like that. And it still only took us 15 minutes with him telling me. So it must take him like 10 minutes really to reset a room. It was good. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it actually. It's just like, it's not work, is it? You're doing something like that. It's just like, we're there on the cameras watching them, and you get involved. You find yourself getting involved. I mean, I can't fully hear them. I can see what they're doing. I can see the timing down, and I'm there going, right, well, we'll get to a certain point. Yeah, my mate Dave's telling me, yeah, well, we get to a certain point, time-wise. We'll see if they want the hint for this. Gets to this point, we'll see if they want the hint for this, because we want them to get to this time to do this, really, and be moved to the next phase. It was really, really good, really interesting, really enjoyed it. He's bored of it now. I mean, he's been doing it for a few years now, so I can understand that he just finds it tedious. For me now, at this point, I'm really enjoying it. It's just like, wow, yeah. And then you're watching them do it, and it's like, oh, how they they're not making that connections. They're not getting. It's really interesting. It's almost like a sociology project at times. Just watching them. So that was good. Yeah, that was Friday, 4 o'clock, and yeah, no beer at 4 o'clock on a Friday for me. That's unknown. I'll be honest. It really is close to being unknown. Barbecued. You might have seen my short. I did a quick short yesterday. The brisket that I sous vide the other week, down here in the grandfather for 36 hours. I eventually got on the barbecue yesterday, and wow, I knew I had to do it. It had to be done, and it was like the last day of options were running out, and I had to do it. But thankfully, we've had a fantastic weekend. The weather, it's been great. In the sunshine, it's been really warm and nice. And where I barbecue, It's a little sun trap. It's lovely, and I just bought a lemon tree to go in there, literally, just to get fresh lemons. I mean, wow, fresh lemons. You want a lemon tree in Yorkshire? What the fucking hell does that? But anyway, I'd spoken to someone else who knew somebody that had a couple of lemon trees in a certain area in Yorkshire, and it works fine apparently for them. They're quite happy. They get loads of lemons all year round. So anyway, I got that lemon tree, and we have that. Anyway, that's just an extra add-on, I think. I've lost myself, haven't I? God, I talk a lot, don't I? Be thankful you're not my wife, although she talks more than I do. And my 2 sons, even more so. I'm usually quite quiet in the house, because I just... anyway, the barbecue, yes. So I barbecued the brisket. It's a point end. It's a massive point end. It's about, must be what, 2.5 kilos at least. I'm not sure. It cost 30 quid. It was a big fucking piece. So I finally got it barbecued. I put it on for 3 hours between 130 and 150 degrees, and it went nicely there. And I'm constantly chucking in oak. I have a load of oak chips. Well, I had. I've just used them all now. That a friend of mine who his job is, he has his own business making wood ends for DJ equipment stuff, like sound stuff. I'm not really sure, but he makes these, and he has offcuts, loads of offcuts of oak, like pure, just oak, not varnish, not touch, nothing. So every now and then I'll tap him for a bag of offcuts. I mean, normally he just gives them to someone and they burn them in, but yeah, just like, if you got any, yeah, day's worth, fine, thanks, and that'll do me for a year. So I've just finished that. So I used the oak, and we had it for the meal last night, just in buns with coleslaw, a bit of potato salad, some chips. Wow, it was lovely. So, but so that was the short, showing you when it just cooked. If you've seen the short, yeah, you'll know. That was the brisket, and it was banging. It was really nice. It wasn't as moist as I'd hoped, I'll be honest. It really wasn't. It was still really moist, but then what I did was, the juices out of the bag when I sous vide it, I poured them into a pan, and then reduced that, and then added a little bit of stock, beef stock, oxo water. I did that, reduced that a bit more, and then poured that over the top of the whole thing. And that went really nicely. So that, then there's absolute shitloads, to be honest. There's absolute shitloads of it left. So what I've done is put it in the fridge. And tonight, Curry Guy. You may know of Curry Guy. He has several books out now, and it's about British restaurant curries. So yeah, you go to a British curry restaurant, Indian restaurant, and you have a curry there. They all kind of do the same thing to make them, and this guy's put up several books about all the bits and pieces. So I've done the basic sauce for it. I'll just show you. It's like a gravy stuff. I've frozen a few. So yeah, so that is the basic gravy for. It's basically an onion stock. It's like an onion stock with herbs and stuff, and herb spices and stuff. And that's your base. So I made that about 2 weeks ago. No, a week ago. Actually, a week ago. I made that a week ago as well, whilst also the brisket was on the sous vide. And today we're going to have the curry. I've made the powders and all the spices up to make the special whatever the mixed powder. This is the mixed spice stuff. I've got garam. I've got everything I need. So I'm going to make that tonight with papadums and naan breads, and it's just going to be. I'm going to do the pilau rice. Is part of the recipe. This is the Curry Guy, and this is the recipe book. I used to have it on here, but it's gone inside because I'm using it quite a lot. I'm tempted to use it, and this is the first time I actually tried one of his recipes proper, other than the tandoori chicken. I've done this tandoori chicken, and that was banging. It really was. That was really good. So I'm quite impressed. I'm quite confident that this will be impressive as an Indian restaurant masala. But I'm using the brisket with it, not the chicken. Not chicken. I am actually using the brisket. So that's up. Anyway, I think that's nearly 20. It is 20 minutes, and I've talked shit enough. But I'll say this: cheers, Mike. This beer was absolutely beautiful, and now I better go and make a curry. Cheers. Thanks for watching, and if you got this far, cheers. I'll see you in the next one.